Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Nestor. I'm a Muslim now from Colombia. I revert long time ago when I was a kid. Before that, our family was Catholic. Alhamdulillah, our parents found Islam and then we revert.
الحلقة هي كانت صراحة رهيبة. شاهدوا المقطع كلياته لأن قال كلام ما أريد أنزعها عليكم، خلاص تابعوا المقطع. You are Spanish. شغل مو شغال.
I'm Colombian.
Colombian.
Yes.
You are Colombian. ما شاء الله.
Alhamdulillah.
ما شاء الله. And you born as the Muslim?
I was not born as Muslim, but my parents converted when I was a kid. When we were kids, our parents reverted to Islam.
You converted.
Alhamdulillah.
Subhanallah. Alhamdulillah. And why you converted to the Islam?
It's a beautiful story. I was just asked about it.
Tell me your story, please.
Back in the days, to Colombia, a sheikh from Syria. He had to leave Syria because of problems there. He came to Colombia. And then in a book fair, my parents liked books a lot. So this sheikh was explaining about Islam in the book fair. So they met him. And he starts explaining to them like Islam, what is Islam, this is Islam. They got their attention. So they start attending to his classes and all. And subhanAllah, it's a process. It was not like 1 day or 2 days. So it took some time. But after that, alhamdulillah, they became Muslims. And then we were kids and also we became Muslims, alhamdulillah.
Subhanallah.
So, yeah.
Tell me something that's special happen with you when you convert to the Islam.
One of the things is like when my parents were converting, they didn't do it right away. So it was like process. So that's why my sister, when she was born, they gave him the name of Aisha. Alhamdulillah. And when I was a kid, I think Islam protects us from many things that you could see in Colombia. Like we used to live in really bad neighborhoods. Subhanallah, Islam kept us away from bad stuff. You can know what is in Colombia, what's happening, and what could happen to a kid there, which ways he can go into, or what he can become to. But alhamdulillah, Islam was there, and Islam and Allah protect us from going in bad ways. And I will be always grateful for that.
Is more people they are Muslim in your country?
In Colombia, there are not that many Muslims. We are very few community, a small community. But subhanAllah, there is many initiatives. Turks are trying to go there to give dawah. Some people are trying to go there. So it's small, yeah, but the community is growing. Slowly, but inshallah, one day will be a big community, inshallah.
SubhanAllah, what changed the Islam in your life?
Islam in my life, I think now Islam, I guide my life by Islam. So I try to follow everything that's related to Islam. I try to come to the mosque. I pray my 5 daily prayers. I leave stuff that is not for Muslims. I prefer not to do stuff that is not for us and to go through like what is halal for us, what is recommended for us. These days I try a lot to learn all about religion. So I want to learn more about my religion. I want to learn Arabic, inshallah, one day. And just in this process, like when you want to come closer to Allah, inshallah.
Before you convert to the Islam, about the Islam, you did think about?
To be honest, we were kids, so I was like maybe 10 max. That's what I remember. But in school, they used to teach us like all the Catholic prayers. So how the Catholic prayers, and they used to force kids. You have to do this, you have to do that. And I used to think when I was a kid, why do I have to do this? Why do you have like the Trinity? And when I was 10, like I remember asking myself, but why? And because I had a bit knowledge of the religion, I didn't have the best knowledge when I was a kid, but I have some knowledge of Islam. So like, but why I have to follow this? To me, it makes no sense. And I remember our mom, she used to take us to the library, the public library, and she used to let us take one book for the week to read. And we used to like take books about like mythology or about religion and stuff like this, about the Middle East. So since kids, we were trying to search for this knowledge as well, alhamdulillah.
And you don't you convert to the Islam?
When you are a kid, you never thought of it, but yeah, I remember being a kid and saying the Shahada when I was very little. Alhamdulillah, it's something I'm being very, very grateful, yes. So it gave me a different perspective of life. While like people in Colombia, they don't know much about Islam. They think the Middle East is just a place with crazy people. I was raised in the mosque, and and that gave me another perspective of life. And I grew up with this. And also my mom, she used to teach us about this kind of stuff. Like there is also people in other places suffering, not because Colombians also suffer a lot, but we are not the only ones. So since kids we were having this, growing with this perspective that yeah, there is good people and there is bad people everywhere, and some people are suffering in some places, and this kind of stuff. So subhanallah, Islam kept us in this way and far from bad stuff. And, yeah, so it was a nice guide for kids in the middle of Colombia in really bad neighborhoods. Public schools, like if you go to a public school and you ask, the rate of kids doing bad stuff is really high. So, and it's true, like there is a lot of bad stuff, and kids, many kids back in the days, they were like just getting in bad stuff, getting in drugs, getting in gangs. It's easy. It's easy for a Colombian, especially if you don't have that many opportunities, or if you are not from a rich family, you will go for bad stuff. Subhanallah, we had Islam, and we used to go to the mosque, and our parents brought it to the mosque, and that kept us away from this kind of stuff. Alhamdulillah, we were kept away from it.
سبحان الله يهدي من يشاء. يا أخي, yeah, it is amazing.
My mom and my father are Muslims, so yeah, they searched about the religion. They were convinced, and then they changed. They didn't change. The revert to the reason was that the sheikh from Syria, that he told them like, oh, this is the religion, this is Islam, and they were always searching for like knowledge. My mom and my father, they like a lot of knowledge, so they don't stay with just one source or one thing. They're always searching for knowledge, and they were not convinced with Catholicism. Like, so they were like, there should be something else. So, and Alhamdulillah, they met the sheikh of the community.
Can you tell me the name of the sheikh?
He's Ahmed Tayel.
أحمد, تحياتنا لك يا. Where is he?
He is now in Colombia. He's still in Colombia. He's still in our mosque. Yes, Alhamdulillah.
What changed in your life before the Islam and after the Islam? What changed in your life?
Before Islam, I don't remember much before Islam. I don't have a very clear memory of my kid years. But after Islam, it's been like a constant process of finding more and more about the religion. Unfortunately, in Colombia, we didn't have that many opportunities to know right away about the religion. So there is no many courses of stuff. So we didn't know much. But it's been a constant path of searching and learning more and more religion. And the more you search about it, the better you feel, the more close you get to Allah, and the more you understand stuff. Why the religion is there, why we should follow the religion, why we should pray all the time. So it's been a process of growing as a Muslim in Colombia, where there is a lot of stuff going on, like kids like to go there, and you say no because they're Muslims, and you try to keep yourself like far from this stuff. So it's been a whole challenge, but Alhamdulillah, I'm glad we followed this religion.
What did you find amazing in the Islam of a special?
The whole religion is a special Islam, but since I was a kid, I found important this concept of always caring about the Ummah. So the Ummah is what matters in Islam. Like you have to be very careful with it. Do whatever aligns with the Ummah. Like try to always help the Ummah. So it's not just individually, but it's a society, and you have to help the society. So not individually, like we in Colombia, we are very individualistic, but in Islam they preach a lot about like helping your community. Your community is important. It's not only you, but it's your parents, it's your family, it's your community. So this is something that I find really amazing in Islam, that it doesn't care about just one person, but the whole community, the whole ummah is a body, as we say. Yeah.
And I think you know what's important in the Islam.
Yes. The most important thing is having the intention and believing that Allah is the creator and there is just one God that deserves to be preached, nothing but Him. And then like do the daily prayers, and then always have the intention for whatever you do that is good and pleases Allah. So always please Allah. It's first for us as Muslims. Do whatever pleases Allah.
In Ramadan, when you heard the name Ramadan, okay, what do you think?
Ramadan, it's very dear to me. It's very nice because during these times when we were kids, we used to go to the mosque and we'll see people coming from different places. So a community from Venezuela, a community from Trinidad and Tobago. They used to visit during Ramadan, and we will all eat together. So we'll sit all together, no matter if it was the sheikh or no matter if it was the poorest guy in the mosque. We will all sit and eat together. I find that amazing. I find that there is no other community that does this. In Islam, you are all equal. The only thing different among you is like the deeds you do for Allah. So Ramadan is a very special moment, a very special month for me.
Can you give our any advice or any message maybe?
Something that I heard before, I will give as an advice is never quit on searching knowledge on your religion, even if you are doing whatever you are doing. Always try to search for knowledge. Always try to do at least one prayer if you don't pray at all. Try to search for the religion, the knowledge, and Allah, inshallah, will guide you towards the good path. And that's the most important thing, be guided by Allah.
And before the Islam, you was Christian.
Before the Islam, you were Catholic. Yeah,
Catholic.
Catholic.